All right, welcome to lesson 6 in Spiral 3. Today we're talking about applying proportional reasoning, and I want you to be able to demonstrate that you can do proportional reasoning with all the real-world applications. So this is just going to be a series of examples that we're going to work through, and it mixes all of the concepts in that we've been working on. So, first question, it says the cost of an MP3 player is $299. A newer model costs 20% more. Which of the following is closest to the sales price of the new model after a 30% discount? So in this case, which of the following is closest to the sales price? Let's just cross this out. I think this one was, it's not, the whole question wasn't copied. So what's the new cost? All right. So MP3 player, it's $299 right now. The new model is 20% more. All right. So if 100% of the cost is $299, what percentage will we be paying for with the newer model? Well, 20% more would be 100% plus an additional 20%. So we're actually going to pay 120% of the cost in order to get this new MP3 player. So this is what we're looking for. So we've set it up as a percentage. We cross multiply, use our process that always works. So we get 120 times 299 equals 100A. Divide both sides by 100. Now I know what to punch into my calculator. So A equals, so 120 times 299 divided by 100. So the new one costs $358.80. Okay, so therefore a new model will cost $358.80. All right, there we go. On to the next one. And again, at any point in time, if any of these examples don't make sense, stop the video and ask your teacher to explain it. All right? Aiden is buying a new CD player. The CD player was selling for $84.79 and now is on sale for 25% off. Which of the following is closest to the total cost of the CD player, including 15% tax? So we're just going to solve it. We're not worried about which of the following it's closest to. This is a two-stage problem, as we've talked in previous questions. The first one is you got to find the discount. Okay, you got to find the new price. All right, so 25% off. If it's 25% off, how much are you going to pay for? You're going to pay for 75% of the original price. Okay, so that's what you pay for. All right, so that's where I'm getting my 75%. I could do 25%, subtract it from the total, but I want to get the final answer right away. So I'm going to pay for 75% of it. 100% of the cost originally was the $84.79. So on this side, you'll have $84.79. And we're solving for what the discounted price is. Doing our multiplier, cross multiply, 75 times 84.79 equals 100A. Divide both sides by 100. And we get that A is equal to 75 times 84.79 divided by 100 is now 63.59. So this is your discounted price. Okay, so this is the discounted price. All right, now we want to know what is the final price after taxes, and we're paying 15% taxes. So next, stage 2, it's after tax. So after tax, 100% of the price is $63.59. Taxes are 15%. So that means we're going to pay 115% of the price. So we need to find our value of B. So we want to find the final price after tax. So 63.59 times 115 equals 100B. Divide both sides by 100. And we find that our B value is times 115 divided by 100, $73.13. All right. So therefore, the final price is $73.13. So that's what you're going to pay after the discount and after the applicable taxes. So it's two stages. First of all, you need to find your discount. Then, after you figure out your discount, you got to apply your taxes, and that's what we did in that process there. All right, and again, if you have any questions, stop the video and ask the teacher for clarification. Next pair of questions. So what is the cost of a portable CD player with a 15% tax? So it's very similar to the previous question because we have a 30% discount and we're going to put some taxes on here. So two-step question. So the first step is your discount. All right, 30% off. That means how much are you really going to pay for this? You're only paying for 70% of it. So 70 out of 100. We know it was originally $89. So what's the new price? Again, that bulletproof method, it always helps us out. So 70 times 89 equals 100A. Divide both sides by 100. And we get 70 times 89 divided by 100, 62.30. All right, so $62.30. Now we've got to put our tax on there. So my last step, step 2, is taxes. And again, we're in another province, obviously, on 15%. So that's 115% over 100. 100% of the price would have been the $62.30. So we need to find that B value. What is the price after taxes? 115 times 62.30 equals 100B. Divide both sides by the 100. What do we get? Times 115 divided by 100. We get 71.65. 71.65. So therefore, final cost is 71.65. All right. Moving on to the next question. A ball is dropped from a height of 10 meters above the ground. It bounces to 90% of its previous height. What is the approximate height the ball bounces to on the fourth bounce? All right, fourth bounce. So this one, a little bit trick here. So we know that start at 10 meters. So height. Actually, let's go. We'll put a B there for bounce number. So bounce number. And this is our height. All right, so we started on, before we even started our bounce, 0 bounces, we started at 10 meters. All right, so now we're going to go down, and we're going to do one of the calculations, and we'll figure out the pattern pretty quick. So 90%, well, that's 90 over 100, so that's its return height. It's going to go up to a height of 90%. Originally, it was 10, so what's my value going to be? Well, in this case, we can see a quick pattern here. To go from 100 to 10, we just got to divide by 10. So that means if we divide by 10, our shortcut tells us that A is equal to 9. So on the first bounce, it's going to return to 9 meters. So the second bounce, so again, I'm just going to show you what the pattern is going to be. 90% of the previous bounce. So this time, it was 9. And now we're looking for B. All right. So let's talk about shortening this up a little bit. What is 90 divided by 100? Well, 90 divided by 100 is decimal 9 equals B over 9. In the first unit, we talked about solving one-step equations. So if we do that, we're going to multiply both sides by 9. So every time, whatever this number is, we're going to multiply it by 0.9. So we find that B equals 9 times 0.9, so it's 8.1. This is a nonlinear relationship, and the factor, instead of adding each time, we're multiplying by 0.9. So this is why it's nonlinear. Linear is when you're adding. So that means we can speed this process up a little bit because we're going to multiply each time by 0.9. So I get 7.3. And if I do that again, times 0.9 times 0.9, we get 6.6. So therefore, on the fourth bounce, it is 6.6 meters. All right, definitely a tough question. Probably more in the academic spectrum, I would think, on that one, because that's something we don't have to deal with too much in the applied program. All right, let's get one more video or one more example in on this video. So, a frame around a photograph is 5 centimeters wide. What percentage of the entire frame or entire area is the frame? All right, so this is a percentage question. So that means it's out of 100. All right, so we want to know what percentage the area of the frame is for the whole area. So the entire area, so this is going to be our unknown. On the bottom, it's the entire area. So area total, and then we have area of the frame. So area total off to the side here. Area total, well, this is just a rectangle, so it's length times width. So length times width, we have 30 times 20, so that gives us 600. So we know that our denominator, 100% of the area, is 600. Now we have to find the area of the frame. So we're going to do that by doing area 1 minus area 2. So this is just like the first unit when we did composite shapes. So area 1, in this case, is, again, it's a rectangle, length times width, and it's 20 by 10, which is 200. So the area of the frame would be total area, 600, minus the picture, 200. So our area of the frame is actually 400 centimeters squared. So that's going to go into our numerator. So that now allows us to solve. So we're going to cross multiply here. Gives us our answer. So 600A equals 400 times 100. We're going to divide both sides by 600. Now we go ahead and we punch this in the calculator. A equals 400 times 100 divided by 600. So we get 66.7%. So therefore, the frame is 66.7% of the area. So significant amount. All right. So again, if you have any questions, make sure you stop the video and ask your teacher. I'll continue the examples in the next video.